Well, hello, boys and girls. How are you today? I hope that you're having a nice day. I am. This is Mr. Broussard over here, and we are ready to do another science lesson. Of course, I always repeat the same thing, but I just want to make sure that you know that this is our time for science. And we have been exploring the inside of our Earth, and lately we were doing maps. So today we're going to do more maps. In fact, the next 3 lessons will be about maps and how to read different things on that map and how to interpret the different things that we see on that map. Okay? So get ready, because at the end of these 3 lessons, you will know everything that a 4th grader should know about identifying things on a map, okay? Let's look at our learning target to know exactly what it is that we're supposed to accomplish today, okay? So our learning target is I can identify different kinds of landforms and I can locate them on a physical map. Physical map. So different kinds of landforms and locate them on a physical map. So you remember that we talked about different types of maps, right? We have political maps, we have maps for directions, but the ones that we really want to concentrate on are physical maps, because they are the ones that show landforms, specifically for this lesson, okay? And I want to make sure that you know how to use that physical map, how to locate the landforms, and how to identify each landform, okay? So first of all, let's go ahead and do a review of landforms, all right? So we can review different landforms over here. So and remember, landforms don't necessarily mean that it's all land. There is also water in there, because the sea, it's on land, so it's a landform, and a lake is a landform, and a river is a landform. So they are features on the crust. So landforms are features that you see on the surface of our planet Earth. They are, the surface of the planet is the crust, which is the top layer. So landforms are all of those things that you see on the crust, that you can see with your eyes. They are not inside the earth, they're not in the other layers, they are on the crust. So I'm going to show them to you first on the diagram, sort of like a little map, and then I'm going to show you a real picture of it, okay? This is just sort of a refresher. We've already talked about landforms before, but I want to make sure that they're clear in your mind, okay? All right, so let's get started right here. You see that is a lake. It's a body of water completely surrounded by land. So that's a lake. And let's look at a picture of a lake. Here's a picture of a lake. So it's a body of water completely surrounded by land. So let's continue looking over here. Okay, so let's hone in on this one. Let's zoom in. So coastal plain is a low, flat land, along an ocean. So coastal plain. And let's look at a picture of that. There you have it. Coastal plain, right? It is the flat area by the ocean. All right, let's continue here. Let's see. We have a river. So body of water that flows over land. So here is the river. Let's look at a picture. So here is a picture of a river, the River Thames in London, England. Okay, so the river, water that flows on land. Let's look now at a hill. Okay, so hill, right here, is a landform, okay, raised landform, not as high as mountains. Okay, so let's see if we can find a picture of a hill. So this would be the hills, right? They're not high like mountains. They're just little mountains, okay? Then we have a plateau. You see right here, plateau. And a plateau is a high, flat land, okay? high flat land. Let's look at a picture of a plateau. So here's a plateau. It is raised and it is flat on top, okay? You see? Totally flat. So that's a plateau. If we continue here, okay, we have the valley, which is lowlands between hills and mountains. This right here, between the hills and the mountains, okay? So, valley. Let's look at a picture. You can see a valley right here. See? Mountain, mountain. And the valley, it's that area in between. Flat area in between the mountains. Let's see. What else do we have there? Let's see. Let's continue to look to see if we're missing anything. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we have a few more. So we have the plain, which is mostly flat land. So let's look at a picture of the plain. Mostly flat land. There is flat land, a plain. We have a lot of this in the middle of our country. A lot of plains. Okay, so there is a plain. Oh, we're missing one that is super important. Yes, we need to talk about this one. The mountains, that's right. And they are the highest landform, okay? The highest landform, mountains. Here we have pictures of one mountain. Okay, so the highest landform. So now that we have reviewed our landforms, that's the first part, right? You can identify landforms. We need to locate them on a map, on a physical map. So what I want you to do next is I want us to read an article, okay? I think I might read some of this article together with you. It's about actually reading a physical map, okay? I think it's an excellent article that's going to help us understand physical maps better, okay? Let me show you the link that you are going to open. So you're going to click on a link called Reading a Physical Map, okay? Or your teacher will do that for you, but open that document, please. And I think I'm going to read this article with you, okay? So you can open it in your computers and we will read it together. So learning how to read a map makes locating places a lot easier. But once you locate a place on a map, how can you find the best route to get there? One way to find the best and easiest route to take is by looking at a special kind of map. Maps that show roads, towns, cities, and state and national boundaries tell you where places are located. They also help you find out the distance between places. However, these maps do not show you what the land itself looks like. You might want to know about routes that cross mountains and valleys. What you need is a physical map. And so our target today is locating physical features, right? Locating landforms on a physical map, understanding a physical map. Let's continue reading. Let's continue here. A physical map can show you things like hills, mountains, and valleys. Physical maps can also show features such as bodies of water, the type of plants that grow in an area, rain and snowfall in an area, and more. Different types of physical maps can show different features. Some physical maps give information about the elevation or height of the land. Some maps use lines to show elevation. Others, like the physical map of the United States, show here, the one that is shown right here, I'm going to show you in a moment, use colors and shading to show elevation. So you see? And we always read this right here. We always read the key, okay? Because the color here will correlate to the color on the map. So right here, that purple is over 13,000 feet. So we know that right here is over 13,000 feet. Okay, so always look at the key. Always always look at the key so that you can then read the map. And I really think that's all we need to read from the article. I just wanted you to, I wanted to point out the importance of reading the key, okay? And also all the things that you can find on that map, okay? So now I want you to actually open a map, a physical map, and locate some of those features on the map. So let me show you the link that I want you to open, okay? The document, excuse me. It's this one right here, USA Physical Map. Okay, so I want you to open that document, and I want you to find mountains. I want you to find the height of the mountains. I want you to find lakes, okay, plains, peninsulas. I want you to find islands, okay? So I want you to find as many of those physical features, those landforms, and I want you to find the name, and if it is a mountain, I want you to find the elevation of that mountain by reading the key, okay? And then you will write that in your notebook. So you will write the mountain that I found was, write the name of the mountain and the elevation. And then the name of the plain, the name of the lake, the name of the peninsulas, okay? Yes? That's your job now. And now it is the time for you to share all the land features or the landforms that you found on the map. So share with your classmates. And I'm sure that some of your classmates found different landforms than you did. Okay, so just share and learn from each other. Okay, boys and girls, so we've come to the end of our lesson. We have reviewed our landforms. We have read an article about how to use a physical map. We have actually located landforms on a physical map. That was our target. So remember, very important, read the key before you start analyzing any map. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. Remember that science is everywhere. Look for it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.